What I want to talk about, which is really important, is when you signal, how can you actually keep control of the situation? Now, you can keep control of your car, but can you keep control of the situation on the road? So what we are going to examine today is how you can keep control on the road. We are only going to look at the specific aspect of maintaining control on the road. One specific aspect of maintaining control on the road when you are actually signaling. Now guys, it sounds crazy. You think that, oh, when I signal, I'm giving away control. Well, yes, you are. Because now you're relying on other people. And that's the reason it is like that. Okay, and it's often to do with you are sitting in the car and the instructor is teaching you it's mirror signal maneuver. No, it is not mirror signal maneuver. Mirror signal maneuver is the bigger picture. The actual thing is identify your situation, check your mirrors to collect more information, make a decision, and then signal maneuver. You've got that interim step that you need to consider. So how does this work? All right, so here we go. So drivers think signaling is simple. Well, yeah, you can. It's really easy to do. You can just whack on the signal. That's it. You're signaling. But what are you doing when you're signaling? That's the big question. Wrong timing can cost you control. And the question is, what sort of control do you have and why do you need that control? And the way we've got it at the moment, there are lots of motorways. There's a big traffic demands, and you need to have the awareness of what you're doing with your signal. And honestly, it has made a massive change to the way I drive since I've realized how to use the signal better so that I maintain in control of the situation when I'm signaling. Okay, so it's identify, mirror signal maneuver. It's identify, which is know your situation, check your mirrors for more information, and then decide whether you should signal or not should signal. There is a not signal situation between the MSM. So after the mirror, there is that decision-making process and then signal maneuver. Now, you need to break that habit. You've been taught mirror signal maneuver. Check your mirror signal. That's what you've been taught. That's wrong. It's actually correct because you have got alternative outcomes you have to consider. It is correct. The old view of signaling, and a lot of instructors are on this, signal to tell people where you are going. That's correct. That's the one purpose of the signal. And you're actually assuming it only has one purpose when it doesn't. It creates automatically poorly timed habits. So if you just do mirror signal maneuver without that consideration point between the mirror and the signal, that there is a gap there which is not being filled by your knowledge or by your consideration. And you need to be thinking about that. Okay, and mostly that creates poorly timed habits that you then put yourself into pressurized situations, especially if you're changing lanes. What effect will my not signaling have? That's the one question that's missing here. So you have to break the habit of mirror signal maneuver. You have to have mirror consider the signal maneuver. You have to have that thinking process between the mirror and the signal. You have to insert that into your driving to really get a good result. Okay, so when you signal, you have two outcomes. Now, guys, I hammer on this and I will keep hammering on it because it's so important. Because not a single book that I've read in all these years of driving actually tell you what I'm telling you here. Give me a book that actually says you've got to consider whether you should signal or not. And actually, that's what the mirror process is about. The mirror process is about making a decision whether you should signal or not signal. It's so very, very important. It's unbelievably important. Okay, so you have two outcomes when you signal. One is informing and telling others your intention. Two is asking or requesting space or cooperation. So you either telling or you're asking. And when you realize you can ask and you act as if you're asking, a lot of things change on the road for you. You become less stressed, it becomes easier, and it is just really simple. And it de-stresses everything you do because you're asking. And when you consider you're asking, you must just have a reaction process, whether you're going to resolve that process if the person doesn't answer you on the ask. But giving away the control, the moment you put on your signal, you give away the control to somebody else. You are no longer in control on the road. That's the thing that people miss as well. Every signal you give is either a telling process or an asking process. It's either a telling process as a primary function. Every signal you do is in those two, either one of those two categories. That's where it actually is. Okay, timing depends on which outcome applies. Timing, what you're going to do is your timing on your signals will determine whether you are asking or telling. And the thing is not to tell in the wrong situation.